Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, GMike Perez, a.k.a. GMike, and y'all already know what it is, baby. Back with another episode of the Jeep Perspective. And before we get into it, please follow me on my socials at GMike Perez on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at GMike Media _. The audio version of this podcast is available on all podcast platforms and the video version on YouTube. And if you guys are into sports gambling, I run a Telegram channel where it's called The Degenerates, where we charge $5 a month for you guys to win from anywhere from $10 to $100 a day. You'll see the link at the bottom. So if you want to get started, do it off your iPhones, Android, or whatever cellular device you have, or hit me up on one of my social media accounts and DM me and we'll get you started, baby. This week, bringing on a new guest, Donte Jones, where his favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, are in the NBA Finals going up against the Boston Celtics. And we talk about the WNBA and how Caitlin Clark is receiving some harsh treatment from other WNBA players and fans around the league. So let's get it. Interesting episode, fun one too. And let's get this going, baby. Woo! Back with another one, baby. We got Donte Jones in the house. Donte, how you feeling, dog?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What's the word?
You already know, man. Over here is working hard and living life, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I see you repping heavy in the background with the Rams right there.
I got to, man. That's my squad. Die hard, man. I've been here since day one. I seen dark days. I seen brighter days, man.
And so, how you feeling about Aaron Donald already retiring?
I ain't gonna lie, it was crazy. My son texted me talking about, Dad, you all right? I said, what you mean? He said, did you see the news? I said, what news? I thought something happened in the family or something. He's like, nah, Aaron Donald retired. I said, man, you a goddamn lie. You don't do that to me. Then I did my little research and yeah, man. I mean, I think we have enough, but I don't think like the rookies from last year are going to be as good because the offenses were zeroing in on doubling Aaron Donald. Mm-hmm. And being that he's not there, I don't think they're going to have enough success as they did last year. But, I mean, we can see what's up, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a big piece that you guys are losing, Like, he's, like you said, they're doubling him all the time. If you got two offensive linemen doubling one guy, there's always going to be maybe a linebacker or another defensive lineman that's going to come through the gap and try to stop the run or get a sack on the quarterback. So now with AD gone, man, that's gonna be a big loss.
Right? I know, man. But you know what? I did read that he might come back. Like, I don't know if you remember the year we won the championship. Eric Weddle, he was retired, but he came back just for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So if we can use him like that, I'm down with that, man.
Yeah, man. She just for the playoffs, man. I mean, you guys got there last year, and no one expected.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. So we gonna see, man. So who's your team?
My team's the Cowboys, man. And
hell no, man. Oh hell no, man. Y'all
right now we're looking sorry, bro. We are looking sorry. No offseason moves. I mean, you got the Eagles out here getting Saquon Barkley and getting some key defensive players. You got the Giants not really doing much, but the Commanders obviously they get Jaden Daniels and they got good receivers. Their team is pretty solid, but dude, man, it's sad to see that we didn't really do much in the offseason, bro.
Yeah, and I don't mean to cut you off. And I saw earlier, Micah ain't report to camp or something, or CeeDee Lamb, one of them.
Yeah, they both were in our OTAs. But, I mean, I'm not really worried about that because OTAs is basically like, they tell you it's voluntary workouts, but they really mean it's mandatory, but they have to tell you that it's voluntary because it's not mandatory. But the energy they give off is like it's mandatory, but then on paper, like legally, it's voluntary. Mm-hmm. So, I don't really think there's gonna be much class to that. And I think he's just like right now, Justin Jefferson just got paid. I think he was just waiting for that to see if he gets now to beat Justin Jefferson to be the highest paid receiver.
Man, he's not. I hate to say it. He's not better than Justin
Oh
Jefferson,
yeah,
man.
no,
So
I don't think so either.
I don't know. That's the thing. You can't play the numbers game. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. And Dak, what y'all gonna do with Dak, man? Like,
I think, in my opinion, I think what they're trying to do is to see how he's going to perform this year, and I think he wants to prove that he can perform really well. I mean, last
yeah,
year, in the beginning of the season, he was kind of iffy, but then after the bye week, he started playing really good. And then the last
yeah.
playoff game, a lot of people like to put the blame on him, but he actually
Nah.
showed up
Yeah, he did.
before
I will say
halftime
that.
and after halftime. It was our defense that didn't show up. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's up. Hopefully he does prove people wrong and he comes out, because I'm one of those that would say, like, yo, I'm trying to get Dak the fuck out of here because he be pissing me
Yeah,
off.
yo,
But
that's my sister, man. She the same way, man. I think y'all are too hard on her, to be honest, man. But
yeah, I get that a lot too. Yeah, but
so
whatever, man. We'll see what it does, man. But
yeah,
yeah, man. I wanted to talk to you because I know you were a coach, so I wanted you to. I don't really want to give all the information now. I want you to give all the information now because I don't want to
yeah.
butcher it. But just tell me about the team that you're coaching, the sport that they play, what exactly league they're in, and all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah. So it's the AAU squad that I got it out the mud, not sponsored or anything. Did it myself. It's called Cape May Stingrays, and it's a team I used to play for when I was little in Jersey, and so I just brought it back here to Florida. And at first I started out as a trainer. I like to train guys. I wasn't into coaching, but I said, you know what? Let me just get a group of guys and see what I can make out of it. And man, listen, like I got guys like basketball like their second favorite sport, football's their favorite, like, and I'm implementing the game into them, and like I got them balling, man. Like I don't want to take all the credit, but I just like the way they bought in. This is my fourth year doing it, and they've been killing it, man. And they this might be my last year. I don't know. They're kind of talking me into doing one more year, but we actually got a big tournament coming up in Fort Lauderdale, called Ballin' on the Beach, and yeah, they're pretty excited for it. Yeah, that's just it, man. It came from when I was a young player. I wanted to bring it here, and yeah, that's basically it, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, honestly, good luck to you guys out there. And I know,
Hmm.
growing up, when you're playing sports and stuff, you want to try and make it to the highest level that you can make it to.
Yeah.
So, like, for
Hmm.
us that we don't get to that level, I feel like going into coaching is another a good way of being
Hmm.
in that same route. And I have a couple
Yeah.
boys that actually either done coaching or doing coaching right now. So I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you, for you and your experience, how does it feel to be a coach?
Man, honestly, it feels good because I'm a genuine person and I like to give back. I like seeing other people win, especially guys that's not really used to having like a lot of playing time and all that. So, by them putting them in the game and progressing, like doing like the practice and letting it transition into the game, it feels good. Like, damn, I'm glad they bought in and now they're seeing success and now that's what builds confidence. Like, I like building
Yeah.
confidence in the kids. You know what I mean? So they their skills definitely got up in the basketball aspect. Now it's just having them understand the game. You can have the talent, but it's understanding it now. So that's where I'm kind of at now with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, basically, yeah, because anybody can be good, but if you're
hmm
intelligent out there on the court and off the court, you know exactly what you're doing
hmm
with your body, your mind, your soul when it comes to sports,
absolutely,
bro. You'll be one of the top notch players that ever be. Look at LeBron.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a big savant, man. And what I try to tell them, mental preparation is everything, man.
facts,
Is everything.
facts.
You can't go in there sluggish and thinking you're gonna walk all over everybody because listen, there's 1,000 kids that loves this game just as much as you do or more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep, yep. No, definitely
mhm.
that mentality is great to have right now. And speaking that mentality for someone that's going through it right now with that is
Mhm.
Caitlin Clark, man. Right now, the treatment that she is getting from these other WNBA players is crazy to me, man. Number one WNBA draft pick, Caitlin Clark, who was selected by the Indiana Fever, is receiving a lot of taunting, aggressive, negative treatment from a good amount of WNBA players around the league. Clark and the Fever the other day, last week, they played the Chicago Sky, where they lost by 1 point. But the biggest story of that game is when Chicago's very own Chelsea Carter shoulder checked Clark right before an inbound play. And I know it got a lot of people riled up, man. So I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts.
It's damn sure. See, when I saw it, it was like, I get it, because you know rookie hazing, you're new to the game. But I will say this: I don't know if you heard what Matt Barnes said. Where's her teammates at, man?
Yeah,
you gotta you gotta protect the brand. I get it, like, and I don't want to say like it seems like everybody's hating on her, but you gotta admit, like, when's the last time everybody really paid attention to a WNBA game? You know what I mean? Like this. I don't want to call her chick, but this lady is bringing popularity and even bringing more eyes to the sport. Yep. So you guys can't really hate on what she's bringing. I mean, I get it, because y'all been in the league longer than her, and it's like, now you guys want to give us publicity because she's coming into the league. But I mean, the way she shoulder checked her, again, I get it from a competitive standpoint, but at the same time, I don't like the fact her teammates ain't around, man. I don't like that.
No, 100%. If you're her teammate, you gotta come out of nowhere and just bump this lady, man.
Yeah, man. Like,
if I see someone, if I'm playing on the team and I see someone hit one of my teammates, I'm gonna run up and be like, "Yo, what the hell's your problem?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no thinking about it. But just on the aspect of these other WNBA players hating on her, man. Like, I get both sides of the coin to this, because these players, you know, they've been playing for a long time, and they should be getting the attention that they're getting right now from Caitlin Clark coming into the league. Like, they've been doing a lot of great stuff in the past few years, and you know, like the past 5 years, WNBA has been at this top popularity than it's ever been before, and they should be getting all the attention that they've been wanting before, but now they're getting because of this one lady that comes into the league. But then again, it's like, okay, now you got to appreciate what is happening for your culture. Because of this one player, there's a lot of eyes on the league. And if there's a lot of eyes on the league, that's more money, that's more viewership, that's more sponsors, that's more... Look, there's 2 expanding teams coming from Toronto, and I can't forget the other city that it was, but they're already making a mark that they're going to start next year, next season. See? Yeah, they're going to have 2 expansion teams. So it's like, you should really be appreciative of what is happening, you know? I get the old heads that are about to retire. Maybe they retire at the end of the season or maybe next year, because they're like, where was all this attention before? But for the people that have just been in the league for a few years, or even rookies themselves, like, you should be grateful for what is happening, because it's just going to be positive energy for you guys. I mean, that's just the way I see it, really.
I get it. And even to touch on what you were saying, like, I guess Asia Wilson, she finally got herself a shoe deal. And I think she was like the 2-time MVP, Finals MVP, all like her accolades were through the roof. And I get where the hate is coming from, because Caitlin Clark is now getting a lot of sponsorships and endorsement deals, and she got her own shoe. And it's like, now Asia Wilson just got her shoe because I guess people were like complaining for her. Yeah. And now it's like kind of like a sympathy deal. You know what I mean? It's like, so I kind of do get it, but it's like, come on, man. Again, this Caitlin Clark is bringing eyes to this sport. You guys got to be, again, like you said, appreciative, man. Yeah. Like, y'all bringing a lot of revenue to the sport. So
yeah, but with all that going on right now, do you just think that because there's some people out there, this is why I mentioned it, because there's some people out there that just think that, you know, it's just the way the game goes, it's just how sports goes when you're the rookie, like how you mentioned rookie hazing and all that. Do you think that it's too harsh of what she's getting right now, or is just about right?
The only thing, my bad, my damn boy calling. The only thing that I would say is too harsh is the teammates thing. But again, I get like, oh, we're not gonna let this rookie come in our league and tear it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say I'll probably say just right. just right. Like I said, the only thing I disagree with is the teammates, man. It's the
Yeah.
teammates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think it's a good amount of Ricky hazing. I just think that again, like when it comes to like hating on her because of the attention she's bringing, I think they should be grateful for that. But like the other stuff, like the checking and the fouling and all that, like I feel like she went from college to the pros, man. It's gonna be completely
yeah,
different. Like it's a different type of basketball. It's not the same. It's a more
yeah,
slowed down pace because they're more intelligent with the experience that
yep.
they've had and the plays that they run with their coaches and all that. So I think she's gonna get used to it, and I feel like in
Oh
her
yeah.
sophomore year she's just gonna
Oh
blow up
man.
because
Yeah, she
she's
gonna
gonna
tear
get
it
used to it.
up. Yep.
Yeah.
And what they compared it to, which I definitely agree with, is before Jordan got over that hump with the Pistons,
Mm-hmm.
how they would beat him up, and then he, started getting bigger, lifting weights, started studying the game more. And then when he got over that hump, that's when he just took off. So
Yep.
I can kind
Yep.
of see the similarities, like you just said. Give her one more year or 2 more years, she's gonna take off, man. They ain't gonna be able to stop her.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. I mean,
Um,
so she was a killing in college, man, breaking records, men's
yup.
records as well, not even just women's. Like she's gonna be a star for sure. I don't think that she should let. And to me, she has said actually. Let me read this quote. She has
Mm-hmm.
said she was like, I grew up playing basketball with the boys, so it's like it's always been physical and feisty, and that is what it is. And then she was
Mm-hmm.
like, you got to find a way to hold your own, bro. I love that she said that because
Yeah.
it's like everybody's making a big deal out of it, and some people have the right to because of what's going on, but in her eyes,
Mm-hmm.
she's just like, man, I'm just playing the game, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I got to take it for what it is and just learn and grow. And I love that
Yeah.
mentality, man. I love it.
Yeah, me too, man. She ain't crying about it. She knows what it is, and I'm telling you, she gonna be all right. She
Yeah,
gonna be all
yeah.
right.
Facts, facts. Well,
Mm-hmm.
moving on to the men's side, man, we got the NBA Finals that starts on Thursday. We got your Dallas Mavericks. They're gonna be going up against the Boston Celtics, where they have home court advantage. Um, Breaking news from today: Kristaps Porzingis will play in Game 1 and the rest of this series. So, with that being said, with everything that we've seen from the Dallas Mavericks and their whole run, playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who were quote unquote the best defensive team in the league, and
Mm-hmm.
the Mavericks just mollywopped them. That I think it
Yep.
should have been a sweep, but they had that one bad game because Kyrie only
Yeah.
put up 16 points. If he would have scored 4 more points, they would have won.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
and then the Boston Celtics on their side, they had the easiest run to the finals. Like I'm not even saying this because to me it's always fuck Boston. But like not even just being biased, like I really feel like they had the easiest path to the finals that I've ever seen from
Yeah.
any team. But again, it's because they're such a high overpowered team defensively and
Yeah.
offensively that they kind of deserve that. So with all that
Yeah.
being said, with you not being biased, just
Yeah.
basketball analyst hat on, which team is
Okay.
better for you and why?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. I think overall Boston is a better team, but I think Dallas should win because, like you said, I don't think Boston matched with their playoff run with a team like Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't have two nuclear weapons on the offensive side of the ball.
Exactly.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But the thing that kind of again scares me with Boston is everybody plays defense and they're all kind of a two-way player. And if, for example, say if Tatum gets switched out on Derek Lively or Gafford,
Yeah.
that's kind of that's a kind of nightmare for on a Dallas end because Boston can go small. You know what I mean? So and
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I kind of fear with honestly to be honest, that's what I kind of fear with Minnesota because they were way bigger than Dallas. And like you said, they were number one defense in the league, all that other stuff. But somehow Dallas figured that out and they got the job done. But this series is going to be good because Kyrie. I think I read a stat. Kyrie hasn't beaten Boston like the last 11 tries or something like that. So and Boston always has his number, and I don't know, man. It's Mavs and 6. I hope Mavs and 6. That's what I say. Mavs and 6, man. Because I like you. I don't. Yeah, F Boston, man.
Yeah,
Forget Boston.
F Boston always, man. And it's funny because the other day at the barbershop, I heard this dude. He said, "Yeah, I think Mavs win it in 5." I'm like, "Damn, you only think Celtics getting one game?"
Damn. Yeah.
Um, bro, I love the Mavs the way that they play offensively. Obviously, Luka is a freaking animal out there.
Yeah,
Kyrie
man.
is a stone cold killer, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
both of them are like one of my top 10 players in the league right now. So like seeing
Yep.
them get to the finals is obviously awesome for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the end, man, Boston is just a very well organized team from top to
Mm-hmm.
bottom. Their defense is crazy good. They could switch on just anybody. They don't have to. They
Exactly.
don't have to go back to the person that they were covering before. Anybody can switch off of anybody. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to their offense, they just have like 6 dudes that can actually score 10 plus points on
That's what I'm
any
saying,
given
man.
night. And with the Mavericks, it's like, yeah, you're gonna get Kyrie and Luka. They're gonna drop 25 plus. I don't think that the Celtics will slow them down that much that they won't drop
Yeah.
25. It's just that you're gonna have to hope that PJ Washington is knocking down his threes every
Got to,
single game.
man.
You know what
Got
I'm
to,
saying?
man.
And then you got Tim Hardaway Jr. that he hasn't even played. He didn't even play in the last series. I think in the other
Nope.
2 he did.
Yeah.
And he was another scorer for them. He was almost 6 man of the year. I think he was like the 3rd candidate for the 6 man of the year.
Yeah.
And dude, if the Mavericks are not scoring at will like the Celtics will, because I know the Celtics
Yeah.
will be draining threes. They're number 1 shooting
Yeah.
3 team in the league this season. So if they're not matching that energy, man, it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna
That's what
be
I'm
tough.
saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's two-way. They D up and they can score too, man. And like you said, if they can somewhat slow Luka and Kyrie down, like PJ Washington, Tim Hardaway, and even Derek Jones Jr., man, if they're not knocking down shots, it's gonna be a long night for Dallas, man.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
long night, man.
And the
So
thing that Dallas loves to do with Luca is run that pick and roll action.
pick and roll.
You know
Yep.
what I'm
Pick and
saying?
roll.
And they did that perfectly against the Minnesota Timberwolves because Rudy Gobert cannot fucking guard anybody. He couldn't even guard the paint, really, bro. Like if you really saw the
Yeah.
games, like dude, he wasn't even doing nothing on the paint. But obviously in the perimeter, he can't guard that. Like Luca literally hit a game-winning shot on him in one of the games. I
Yep.
think it was what, game 2, game 3.
Three. I think it was three.
Yeah, I think it was 3 too.
Yeah.
Do you think the Celtics can do a great enough job on the pick and roll action that they will like limit that scoring from either Luka passing up the ball to Derek Lively or Gafford to hit a dunk or a layup, or Luka's gonna take a step back 3 like he normally does? Do you think that they can be able to slow them down?
I think on the lobs they will be. I think it's going to be a lot of Lucas step backs because you got to think. I think Porzingis is like 7'1", 7'2",
Yeah.
and he's active, so he's going to be around the rim. So I think like the lobs, we're not going to see as much lobs. It's going to be a lot more of a lot of step backs and a lot of shots probably from Kyrie and Luka on the outside versus the lobs
Yeah.
because every like Boston's rotation is crazy. Horford still plays defense at an elite rate at his age. You got Porzingis, Tatum, Brown, like everybody, and they're all like got good length to them to deflect that off a lob.
Yeah.
Versus Cat and Gobert, they were kind of slow reacting to it. So I'll say less lobs. I'll say less lobs and more step backs, man.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and like you said, like Horford is a good defensive player still at his age, but he's gonna once they do that pick and roll, and he's gonna have to step up on that. Luka's gonna take advantage of that, and I think he can get like at least like 4 threes off of that, like easily. And then with Kyrie, man, Kyrie is just like stone cold killer, man. Like I said before, this guy can make a shot from anywhere. Drew Holiday today was asked by a reporter. They were like, "What are you gonna do to stop Kyrie? What can you do?" And he was like, "Man, all you can do is pray. Pray, don't make a shot." Do you think with Holiday, Tatum, Brown, Derek White, and we'll even throw KP in there, against Kyrie Irving, do you think that he can still make these crazy fadeaway shots, step back threes, crazy drive to the rim, fillet layups? Is it gonna be? Obviously, it's not gonna be as easy for him. But do you think that he'll be able to drop 25 plus a game?
I'm gonna be completely honest, man. Everybody knows Kyrie is my guy. I personally think Kyrie's gonna have a harder time than Luka because Kyrie's more on the smaller side, and I think Drew Holiday and Derek White is kind of taller than him. You got to think, man. It's Kyrie's going to see the same, if not better, defender on him every night. And they're all quick enough to keep up with his speed. You got Drew Holiday might guard him first quarter, Derek White the second quarter. You know, they all switch and all that. Then you might get switched on Tatum. Tatum got him by like 5 inches. Then you got Jaylen Brown. I think the shot making, he's really going to have to pull some real trickery to get his shot off. But I don't think. I hope he has a good series, but I don't think he's going to do as well as everybody thinks because, like I said, Boston always has his number. Yeah. Always has his number. But the thing that saves him is Luka. So, I mean, if Luka starts out hot and they kind of drag off Kyrie a little bit, then I think Kyrie will have a good series. But I don't think he's going to have as well as a good enough series as everybody thinks just because of the defensive assignments and all that.
Yeah, and if he doesn't have a good enough series, man,
they're not going to
win. Man,
they're not going to win. They're not going to win, man.
Yeah. When it comes to the coaches, right? You got Hall of Fame player Jason Kidd as the coach. He actually won a championship with Dallas against my Miami Heat back in 2011. It's always fuck him, but I love him as a player. He's one of my favorite point guards for sure. And on the other side, you got Joe Mazzulla, where he, out of nowhere, he got the job because of Ime Udoka. He went through that whole situation with that in Boston and all that. So he came out of nowhere. He took over the team, and he did a fantastic job, bro, even up to now. When it comes to both coaches, who do you think is going to have the winning edge with in-game adjustments, a coach's strategy from the first quarter from game 1 first quarter to game 7 if it goes to that fourth quarter? Who do you think is going to have the better outcome?
I would say Mazzulla, just because the foundation was already there, and everybody already been playing with each other for a while. Versus, this is Kyrie and Luka's second year together, and they just made the trades for Gafford and PJ Washington. So everything's still kind of new and fresh with Dallas. Versus Boston, I think they all been together. They already seen it before. But like we said earlier, Boston didn't really play nobody to this caliber yet. Versus Dallas, they didn't seen the Shade, the SGAs, the Cats, the Ant Edwards, and everybody else of that caliber. So they seen harder competition versus Boston. But I would say Boston will have the better game adjustments just because everything else is a more stern foundation on their end.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. They're just like they've been playing together for so many years. I mean, Jason Tatum was there when Kyrie was there, his rookie year and stuff like that. Then Jaylen Brown came either the year later or 2 years after that, and they've been together ever since. Derek White came a few years ago, and he turned into, I would say, an all-star caliber player now. Drew Holiday, obviously, he won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks back in 2020.
Exactly.
He knows exactly how to win and how to lead a team, and just them meshing up together. And then Joe Mazzulla with his mind of how he's going to get things to get going against Luka and Kyrie, I think is going to be better than the way that Jason Kidd is going to do his job. But even then, Jason Kidd, his mind, you already know. Like he's on the court when he's not on the court.
Exactly. And the thing, I heard a quote the other day that Jason Kidd said, and this is what I do with my guys too. I guess they asked him a question like, how do you coach Luka and Kyrie since they're such high caliber IQ players? He says, what I do, which I agree with this because, again, like I said, I do the same way. I don't correct their mistakes. I will tell them, like, hey, I think you should look at it this way instead of that way. You know what I mean? So he's not really like trying to fix them. He's just giving them a suggestion, like, okay, I understand why you did this, but next time try that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So he's
yeah.
more like a player coach to make them comfortable. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of like that, and that's how I am with my guys.
Yeah, yeah. You put the trust in
So
them, so they trust you at the end of the
mhm.
day. Really.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, man.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's say the Mavericks win, or let's say they lose. They go into the off season. They have the mindset of re-signing Kyrie to an extension. I'm pretty sure it's an
Hmm.
extension because I don't think he's gonna be a free agent. I might be wrong though. He may be a free agent.
Yeah.
You guys traded for PJ Washington, Derek Gafford, so those guys are part of the pieces that helped you get to the finals. So you may
Hmm.
want to stay with them, you may not. But just on the overall aspect of the offseason for your team, what do you want to see go down, and what players you want to bring in, what players you want to ship out, and stuff like that?
Honestly, that's a good question. Personally, if I was a GM, I don't even know why we didn't bring in like a Dwight Howard. 'Cause I think we need more girth to somebody like to slow down. Maybe like a like I was thinking we was gonna play the Joker.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody like that because Dwight's he's still in good shape.
Mhm.
I would say we need a more I would say more defense and a knockdown shooter. I wouldn't mind getting
Yeah.
Clay
Oh,
Thompson.
that'll be a
Yeah,
good piece right there. Hell yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting Clay. It was somebody else. Somebody like along like a 3-and-D knockdown shooter. Yeah, they say Derek Jones and PJ is, but I'm talking about like a sharp shooter. So I'll probably say they don't really need to need too much. I would say something along the lines like a good defensive player that knows how to move their feet, a real true big that knows how to bang.
Yeah.
Um, and a Clay Thompson. I'll say those two pieces, and I think they'll be fine.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
they'll be fine.
Clay Thompson will be an awesome piece for you guys, man. Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
And,
Something
and
along them lines.
And if you would be happy with coming off the bench, man, I think even better, bro, because he'll have fresh legs
Mm-hmm.
when he comes out. Anytime he gets the ball, they're gonna just want him to shoot. They're not gonna want him to
Yeah.
pass the ball or anything. So
Nope.
Luka's gonna get him open. He gets him open at three. Trey,
Yep.
he could drop 15 a game easily.
Absolutely. But real quick, I did hear that Dallas is trying to go after LeBron because they're going to might
Mm-hmm.
use their pick to get Bronny.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
how would you feel about that? And do you think it will work?
I do think it will work because Luka is a very intelligent player. So is Kyrie, and obviously we know LeBron is a very intelligent player. So LeBron's gonna know. He knows already how to play with Kyrie. They've played together
Mm-hmm.
before. He said on his podcast yesterday that he was like, "Man, I'm so fucking mad. I'm not his running mate no more."
Yeah.
So like I'm pretty sure he would want that, no doubt. But just to play with Luka, I feel like that's really the question because you don't know how they're gonna play. They're initially the
Yeah.
same player, right?
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
feel like LeBron will tell Luka, "Yo, you do what you do. I'm gonna get the fuck out the way. When you want me to
Mm-hmm.
do something, I'll drive it in. I'll be a spot up shooter because he's trying to develop his game into that spot up shooting. I mean, he's been
Yeah.
shooting more threes than ever.
Yeah.
Maybe not making them as much, but he's still trying to put them up there. So I feel like he's going to get out of the way until he needs to get in the way, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I got you.
And then he'll have more rest too. You got PJ Washington coming to the back, Tim Hardaway, Gafford, Derek Lively. Derek
Yeah.
Lively's a rookie, so he's going to be playing more minutes next year.
Yeah.
And then obviously Kyrie, and even with LeBron getting there, you got Bronny coming off the bench because initially they're gonna draft Bronny to bring in LeBron.
Yeah.
You got Bronny coming off the bench. Well, he could be another player that is gonna be hustling out there playing
Yeah.
D. He'll be a
Yep.
3-and-D player like how you
Yeah.
want. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even need to get
Mm-hmm.
Clay. But even then, you could
Yeah.
still
True.
get Clay if he
Yeah.
takes a cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. What do you
That's
think? You
true.
think that will work with you guys?
Oh, I'm kind of 50-50, man. The only thing that I'm kind of like iffy on is, like you said, they're Luka and LeBron are kind of the same player,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like they're not really knockdown shooters, and that's what they need.
Yeah.
But I will say it will work it will work in the long run. Meaning, say if Luka want to rest for 3 games, and we got LeBron, so you kind of not really missing much, and that will build playoff momentum to get you all the number 1 seed, home court advantage, all that. So I would say it will work in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for like a short amount of time, when it's crunch time, like if you play against a good playoff team and everybody kind of matches up well, I think they won't be as good because they're not really going to have any knockdown shooting if you're going to bring LeBron in.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll say.
You would have to, if you bring in LeBron, you got Bronny as well, and let's say you get those two, so you won't be able to get Clay, hypothetically. Mm-hmm. So you would need PJ Washington, Tim Hardaway, and Bronny to be those sharpshooters, 100%. Yeah. Because LeBron, he'll try to be that sharpshooter, but with his game, he's not going to be that. He's going to be like Luka, looking for the open pass, driving it in, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be it's gonna be something to see for sure. That would be dope, man. I just don't I just don't see LeBron leaving the Lakers, man. I don't know.
I don't think he's going. I don't think he's leaving.
Yeah.
The foundation's already there, and they about to get JJ Redick. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm all for people trying it out, and I hope it works, but I don't think it would because of the respect aspect by him being a first-time coach. Yeah. You know what I mean? Anthony Davis and I'm going to look at him like, what the hell? I was just playing with you like 2 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Type shit, so, yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
That was another rumor I saw today, too, that the Lakers are going to try and ship out Anthony Davis. Obviously, shit. we don't know how. Yeah, I saw that, I think, like 30 minutes before we got on here. I don't know how true that is, but, bro, honestly, man,
real quick. What would you want for him? What do you need? What do you want?
It would have to be a big that can grab rebounds and play defense, protect the paint. It would have to be a guard that can actually score the ball consistently on a given night, not like D-Lo does that he'll score good night. You know what I'm saying? Another guard that'll be consistent, and then another 3-and-D player, a sharpshooter that LeBron could get the ball to, or whatever. But man, honestly, I don't think you fade away from what's going on, man. Because a lot of people like to put the blame on Bron and AD, but if you look at the series against the Nuggets, every game was close. They lost by like 3 points, 4 points, and you look at the bench, they only scored 2 points, 5 points, 10 points. Bro, if you're the bench, man, you can't be just scoring 5 to 10 points a night, man. Each player got to put up at least 5 points, man.
Yeah.
So, and if they do that, I can't say that they win the series, but it would have been better than what the fuck just happened.
That's true. That's true, man. I think. I know he's from Chicago, but if you send him back home, they don't like. What the hell do they have to give up? And look, I know I'm rambling, but if you were to trade AD, where would you go? Who would you call?
It would have to. I would think that it would have to be a team in the Eastern Conference, because you throw him in a team in the Western Conference, then you're really gonna be shit out of luck. Like, you're not gonna get nowhere. You know, like he's your top player right now. Even though LeBron, to me, I feel like until he retires, he's the best player in the league. But like when you really look at the stats and the way the players play and all that, Anthony Davis is a better player than LeBron right now. You know what I'm saying? But you trade him away, I think he has to go to a team in the Eastern Conference. I don't think you could put him in the team in the Western Conference, because then you're really not going to get nowhere. So,
see, I got 2 teams in mind.
Okay.
Golden State and New York.
Okay. Why is that?
New York. I would say Golden State again. I would straight up give me Draymond and Clay. Straight up. Draymond for the IQ, Clay for the shooting, and I'm pretty sure you can probably sign like a guard in free agency. That's like I would try to look at even Chris Paul. I would try to get Chris Paul, man.
That's right. They are looking at Chris Paul.
That's what I'm saying. I will let D'Lo run during the regular season, but playoff time, all right, Chris Paul, come on, let's go. I need a real floor general. You got Clay with shooting. You got Draymond, the IQ, and he plays good defense.
Yeah.
And you still got I think Rui, whatever his name is, and you got Vanderbilt, which he played good. Like Lakers are still pretty big even without Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And I would say New York, I would grab DiVincenzo, Mitch Robinson. And I would probably look at Randall for Anthony Davis. Them three guys right there, man.
Yeah, I think they're trying to ship out Randall too, actually. I think they're trying to, yeah, man. I mean, dude, if the Lakers are going to try and give up Anthony Davis, you definitely got to get some good role players because I don't think you're going to get stars in return for him. Like, I don't think they're going to want to do that. So you got to get some good role players that are actually going to contribute to you winning. Can't be just wishy-washy role players that, like Tyrone Prince, you fucking brought him in to be a 3-and-D player, and this guy can't make a 3-point shot. Like, it sucks to say. Obviously, he's in the league. You know, he's still nasty. But, like, we saw what we saw in the playoffs. He wasn't making anything. He was the only one that actually scored in, like, the first 3 games off their bench. That's insane.
And Gabe Vincent, what the hell happened to your boy Gabe Vincent?
And Gabe Vincent's another one, but that's always been a thing with the Heat players. Like the undrafted Heat players, they do great for us in the Heat, bro, and we love them. But when they go to another team, they turn into shit, bro. Look at Max Strus. Max Strus really wasn't doing that much in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's just wild.
Hey, look, listen. I know we gotta go, but while we on this topic,
yeah.
How do you feel about the Jimmy Butler and are you going to get rid of him?
Nah, man. Nah. He's not.
So what's all this stuff swirling around? What's up with all this supposed to him and Pat beefing? What the heck's going on, man?
Man, that's all bullshit with the NBA media just trying to create stuff. And I really think that NBA media really hates the Miami Heat. Like, there's always, every year, it's always some bullshit that they create or they have to talk shit about us and this and that. Like last year, they didn't even have us making the playoffs. We made it as an AC. We get to the finals as an AC. And they still didn't want to give us props. It's wild. But, man, Jimmy's staying. He loves Miami. He's going to retire there. He's 34. So he only got a few more years in him. And I think, I think we're going to ship out Tyler Hero. I think that we saw what we needed to see, and he can't, this was his moment to carry a team, and he didn't do shit. He played good one game, and that's it. Bam is going to be our Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat. Like, we're not going to give him up. We're going to want him for a long time. Or Udonis Haslem, if you're comparing. So we're going to try and build around him, and I think what we're really trying to do is go for Donovan Mitchell this summer. But with us, again, big time Heat fan, but got to be realistic. Every year we try to go for a big fish and it doesn't fucking happen.
No. Dame
Lillard, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Donovan Mitchell last year, and now this year again, we're going to try and go for Donovan Mitchell. So, and we even had a chance at Kyrie. Y'all
damn so did.
Oh man, but yeah, man. No, I think Jimmy Butler stays. I don't think he's gonna go nowhere, and I think we're gonna sign him to a 2-year extension. So hopefully that comes soon. So none of us have to really think about on that, and then we'll be back, man. We'll be back. Shit.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Boston looking like they got the next 5, man. That's what they looking like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, Boston really looks like that, man. I really hope that next year some team just says, yo, I want to pay Derek White 5 years, 180, and he leaves the Celtics, Even then, they're still going to be that good, but at least to get rid of him, because fuck.
Yeah, man. He's a sleeper, man. He's a sleeper.
Yeah, he is, bro. So. He is. Yo, but hey, man, great time, man. Thank you for coming on. And before we get out of here, if you want people to, follow you in your IG, Twitter, whatever social medias you got, you could go ahead and promote it. If you don't, it's all good.
Man, I just enjoy the conversation, man. Yeah, I'm sure they'll find me somewhere. You know what I mean? Definitely super dope. We got to do this again, and I'm glad we finally caught up with each other, man.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, you know where you can follow me on Twitter at GMike Perez, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at GMike Media _. The audio version of the podcast is available on all podcast platforms and the video version on YouTube. And if you guys are into sports gambling, I run a Telegram channel called The Degenerates, where we charge $5 a month to make you guys anywhere from $10 to $100 a day. So if you want to get into that, you'll see the link at the bottom. If not, just hit me up on one of my DMs and we'll get you started. But hey, Donte, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
No doubt, man.
We definitely got to do this again, my dog.
Yeah, man. You know where I'm at, baby. You know where I'm at.
And we got to play ball. I see you on your stories. Man, you play ball there, man.
You don't want to do that. You don't want this work, man.
All right, man. I got an LA Fitness membership too, so
bro, that's where I'm at, man. Yeah. You know.
Hey, man.
But we gonna get up, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you again, bro.